Hello, everybody. I know it's a little bit late to do the report, but I do the report. I want to say thank you guys for coming in. Welcome. Click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. And where are we going to begin with this? In there is about balance. You need to have a balance. Okay. And we're going to figure it out this balance that is going to come in with this. Even though that today is going to be kind of like hard to focus of the things, the full attention today is going to be that the moon is going to be joining the north node. You're focusing the future, but that is going to beginning with the squares towards Mars, which is lack of actions, and squares with what? With the sun. So we're talking about lack of approval, lack of authority that is going to come in, and at the same time we have a Venus that is joining the mean Lilith. Let me just kind of like rephrase a little bit about the Liliths. The both Liliths in there, they're like the master and the apprentice. Okay, there's only two of them in there. This is like in the shadow, and the one it's more permanent, while the other one is doing the job. Okay, goes back and forth and goes well. The mean Lilith is more stationary. So what I'm telling you this is that in the morning, okay, we are going to have at 7 o'clock in the morning, the event horizon is going to be exactly. I mean, exactly is going to be with Lilith and Venus. That is about that in the shadow, you're going to be looking at deeply values, love, intimacy with others. Okay, values. What kind of values? We're talking about values from everything. You're a good person, bad person. You're having a judge system. Everything that it's in the depth. Okay, values is also what? All the material things, including money. But the harder lesson there is like not everything it's about money. Okay, I think that Jim Carrey said once, become rich beyond your years, and I'll figure out money doesn't buy happiness. Okay, which is not gonna make you happy. But with that kind of like of energy and in the morning, the ascendant and Venus with Lilith are gonna be opposing Uranus. That is gonna be Uranus is gonna be at the seventh house. So what is that about the relationships? Okay, what kind of like relationships? Where do you think you're gonna go? The inner work at 7 o'clock is gonna be at Virgo still. A lot of requirements needs to be looked firstly deeply within you. Okay, Virgo is the last personal zodiac sign where you basically looking at where you've been, where you're going. Now, with that energy in there, as the moon is going to be joining the Pisces, this is going to be a lot of reevaluation. It's like I'm ready for the future. It is I can go into the future. Can I create my future? Because some of the people they not cannot create the future. They have their own issues, right? Not everyone it's have that energies in there too. So as we see it with those energies, some of the people is going to be finally figured out that it is about you when you evolve, you understand it. Evolution in its own way, it's your creation. So with that energies, particularly the moon it's squaring Uranus. This is going to be some another kind of like energies in the morning that we have to deal with it. You're going to feel like the whole universe is trying to take you the laser focus of the future. Don't worry about it. You get in the guidance. We're going to talk about this. All right, 8 o'clock, finally 8 o'clock. I'm moving to the 8 o'clock. The sun, right now we are going to the third square moon. I'm sorry, the first quarter square moon, we're gonna see these energies in there that like, what is it? This communications. What is this? So much blah blah blah, but the work is not done, right? We're talking about Sagittarius energy and the moody personality that right now we have within Pisces. They're both duality, right? They're both within the dual signs, and all the dual signs are going to experiencing something. We are talking about Gemini, we are talking about Virgos, okay? So now with all this dualities that it's going to be coming in, if you are Virgo or you are Gemini, you're going to be feeling it. Why? Because the moon is going to be opposing things at Virgo, and the sun, it is going to be opposing things at Gemini. What does that tell you? You have to take a look at it, your side, and understanding how you communicate with others and how you're thinking about yourself. Okay? That thinking about yourself, it is there at the Virgo. Because in Virgo, you make the evaluations. How did I grow up? How was I dealing with material things? How I am socializing with others? What it was in my family? And how I create things. Okay? Those are 5 things, right? Those are Aries, those are Taurus, those are Gemini, those are Cancer, it's a Leo. And now in Virgo, you put that. This is why the first 6 years are important. The 7th one, you're practicing relationship, what you learn with others. That's why the 7th years is also important. But that is already what? Libra's year. All right. So talking about that, in the next hour, it's going to be a little bit rough because Mars is coming out in the event horizon. He is with the true Lilith. He is square as the moon and the North Node. And now it's like, I don't want to do this future. I'm not, I don't feel like it. I think that this is going to be a disaster. I'm going to be in my fear. I'm going to be in my, I don't have support right now with nobody, and so on and so on. You're going to feel this energy, okay? Because Mars right now, it's in a really kind of like a rough position. But Mars has to heal himself and healing this needs of others to support him. Because he is the support for other things. He has to make up his mind to act. But currently, he doesn't. All right, the next hour we're gonna have the inner work is gonna be coming in. It's Scorpio, of course, dark side, the dark things. She's gonna coming in to us. There could be challenges with work, okay, because the ascendant is gonna be at Capricorn. In there, you may gonna have certain situations of what you're doing, okay, but that is gonna be some not that much. Energy as the energy that it's going to be upcoming in the next hour, which is going to be at 11 o'clock in the morning, because the ascendant that it's still at Capricorn is going to be opposing Jupiter and squares Chiron. Again, you cannot act as a child in a very important job at your work. Okay, this is what is going to be trigger the healing with Chiron. All right. 12 o'clock, this is the hour of the authority. We're going to see the inner work is going to be with the sun. Okay? Now, the sun, it is really doesn't like that future. It doesn't getting to the approval. It's like, I don't like what I see. I see some world with artificial intelligence. I see some robot does all the work. And what the heck are we going to do? Oh, I'm scared, right? So this is a one of the things that the moon is like. Well, the new things is going to be created. You have to be learned to be a creative. Here's what happened. That is that red lines towards the moon and the North Node. So now the dualities in there is going to be kicking in. Are you going to be seeing the things? Are you going to create things? You are going to be either have a fear or actions. Okay, can't have both. Okay, you can see some opportunities or excuses, but he can't have them both, right? So take a look what you are going to be seeing it, but be mindful with that things. Um, Hi. Finally, at 1 o'clock, the moon is coming into the event horizon. The moon is like, okay, all right, just all that stuff. I'm not sure about your authority. I'm not sure about the actions, but I have to get to the future. Because guess what? Like it or not, we are going to the future. Okay? And is your right focus to be focused into the future. But have you have enough abilities, capabilities to understand the upcoming future? Can you prepare yourself for the future? Have you done your inner work not to go nuts and crazy and go out like a zombie and so on and so on? It's like agitated and so on, right? Because all that energy is actually in Pisces, right? Psychological situations, yes, they're there. Okay, so right now the moon is going to be also within this. So you are dealing with authority, you are dealing with actions. Now with your intuition is out, you're like, what the heck are we supposed to do, right? You stay focused. And this is going to be the inner work in there is focus what you're doing. Okay, you are doing something. Either you're working on your consciousness, you're working on making yourself better. Some of the people, they are rebuilding Spanish house, like this guy that's talking to you in there. So everything it is going someplace, but it is about you to see that that work is going to be what? Paid off in the future. And that's what you don't see. And the North Node is going to come in, is going to tell, don't worry about it. Laser focus on this future. Hold on to it. Because there's going to be some new things that it's coming. Because the moon is going to get out of Pisces. It's going to go to Aries. Right? Just because right now you see a 1/4 of the problem, that doesn't mean you've seen everything. So the moon is going to go around and there's going to be another new moon. Okay? But she's going to be what? Learning everything. She's going to be opposing their authority, which is going to be a full moon. And then she's going to be a 3/4. And then she's going to be start going back. But she's going to be what? Training it. Right? To the whole this period. Right? So don't be freaking out right now that the situations is not going to be that good or that great. It's time to facing this growth. It's time to stop being this child. It's time to what? Mature. Okay? You may be on wherever. You may be a 50, maybe you're 60. You're still acting as a child. It's time to mature on a certain level. Okay? So there's going to be some trigger that's going to be asking you like, you know what? It's time to get to work. All right, this is going to be the inner work that's going to be at Capricorn, and it's opposing Jupiter, but it squares what? Chiron. You got to stop acting as a child. You need to mature in this way. All right, 4 o'clock, my favorite time. That is one of the inner work is with Pluto. Very, very beautiful. It's going to be helping the authority. It's like, okay, you need to change. You can't just like, oh, I don't like the future. I don't want the future. The future that's coming is asking you for you to change one way or another. And this is going to be some a little bit of tough time with this because that particularly energies right now, Venus is really stuck with that Lilith. Okay. And as Uranus is going to be coming into the event horizon, it's going to be the 12th house. We're going to see like, what are you doing? What are you opposing things? Things are getting adjusted. So things is going to get adjusted into the material world to fit the new way of life. That's it. Okay? The new way of life. Hi, the next hour, this is going to be at 5 o'clock. We're going to see some divine energies of the socializing, how you socialize. Okay? Let me ask you questions. What's going to happen to you if you take all your shadow, the negative stuff, and you put the archetype of the negative stuff, and you put them all, and it's like, hey guys, how about we have a coffee? And then I just want to know why you are bad towards me. Why that things we have in there? Can you have that? Can you look at your own archetypes and figure out where is the reasons and what they're trying to teach you? Can you become buddies with them so you can understand where are they coming from, why they're acting, why you are acting like this, why they triggers you, right? There was this funny things of I watched that Kung Fu Panda with sitting in there and trying to meditate on the inner peace, and all his sub selves are coming in there, and it's like we all you, and he's at the end of the and then like wow, and so on and so on, in there, and that's how it's going to be look like for some other people. That's how it's good. You can go ahead and see it actually on the YouTube. It's very kind of like a proper way. All right. 6 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Pisces. Very much. We're going to see that the moon is preparing to meet the North Node. She's trining the ascendant. Ascendant is going to be at Cancer. And right now, the moon is like, okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go in Cancer. I'm going to be seeing at the things that goes on. Because inside of the family, I can understand everything. Because this is mi casa. This is my house. Right? And that's what the moon is going to be working on. It is like, I'm not worried about the authority or actions. As soon as I know what the things are going to be. And I'm going to be adjusting to that future. And that's what is what? The intuition always finds what? And answers. Makes you thinking out of the box, right? That's what the intuition is. And we're going to see it in the next hour. Very beautiful emotions. This is going to be the inner work. It's trining Lilith. It's trining Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, right? It's relearning things. New messages are coming. Okay? It's like, okay, if I've done this before, then I'm going to get what I was supposed to get, but I didn't do it. And now Mercury retrograde is like, okay, you have to do it. We're going to message for you. Things is going to be what? Better. And as Venus is coming up together with Lilith, she is looking at the tunnel. Is like, I see some light in there, but I got to get off of this shadow. And the shadow is like, did you got your dream? Did you forgot something up here into the shadow? Do you hide something? To understand the values with others. How deep can you go? All right, 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with Leo. The inner work is going to be at the Aries. Overall, the things is going to be okay. Except that the ascendant, the event horizon, is opposing Pluto. You know, those kind of like events that it comes in, it's kind of prevent us to evolve. And they're coming up. And you find the reasons, okay? You find the reasons why you don't want to change. Well, those reasons, it's called excuses. And now Pluto is like, okay, you don't want it, well, but I have a bodies. Okay, I have a Saturn, I have a Neptune, they're trining you, right? I have a Venus and Venus and Lilith, they're trining you. So right now we're going to see this shadow in there. We're going to see what is in there. And I'm going to be helping you to create something great. Okay? And that is what Pluto does behind the scene. Right? The next hour, this is going to be at 9 o'clock. The midheaven is going to be with Chiron. Of course, unhealed things is gonna be comes in, but it tells you have to heal things, like it or not. It's a self-healing. All right. One of the things is to understand that within the self-healing, you can go, you can research and do all things. You still have to do the inner work. There is no escape out of that. All right. In the next hour, we're gonna see some little bit intensity because the event horizon, the ascendant is gonna be T-squaring Mercury, Venus, Lilith, and Uranus. This is gonna be pushing your buttons, okay? And Saturn is gonna be like, yeah, those buttons they are for a divine purpose. You to develop your strength within your soul. When was the last time you had that no fear in you? Why? Because the soul knows it's immortal, right? A lot of floorings, guys. A lot of things are going on. And 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Virgo. The inner work is going to be at Taurus. Yeah, and we knew about it, all this, that if something is in Taurus, something is in Scorpio, something is in what? In Sag, then it's going to be somewhat problems, right? Situations. So with this squaring, you may feel like the things in the material world is not going well. The things is going to be flowing out. No, they're not. Okay? Jupiter is going to teaching with Saturn and Neptune, and everything is going to be coming into you to look. Your insecurities in the shadow, your fears in the shadow. Okay? And what is going to come up with this is your inner work is going to have a payout, payoff, however is you guys, the different language, different English. In there, it is about what? That you're going to receive the goodies in the material world. And that's what Uranus is going to be kind of like telling you. I'm going to be shifting things back. I'm going to make some sudden changes so you can be okay. But guess what? You don't want to be okay. You just want to be holding to what you got because you think that's the okay. And the universe is like, no, I'm just going to stir in the pot. I got to prepare some stuff for you. Getting some nice polyjuice potion. All right, the next hour, this is going to be pretty much midnight. If those who doesn't go to sleep in there after midnight, the ascendant is going to be with the south node facing the moon. The moon is about pretty much to separate with the north node. And we're going to see this intensity inside of you. Okay? Did I'm good enough? Did I'm good with others? Did I got everything that I need to put together? And I'm okay for this depth, intimacy, and values with others. And that is going to be the energy that is going to be what? Coming up towards us. All right, so that was it, the astrogravitational report for today. And I'm going to be giving you what's happening at 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. Well, 7 o'clock in the morning, Venus and Lilith is still going to be on the event horizon. Only thing it is that the moon is going to be approaching Saturn. She's going to what? To learn wisdom. Okay? Figure out restrictions. He is what? Stationary. Okay? He's just sitting and wait for the moon to come in. It's like, you know what? I'm going to wait for you. I know where you are. I know what you're thinking. I'm just going to wait for you. I'm going to give you the deep secrets of the universe. And then you can go ahead and turn them to a reality. And Neptune is going to give you the visions. But some of the people, they're going to what? I don't want to learn. They're going to put their visions, I call them illusions, in there, and they're going to begin and think that they have something new going on. try to escape. Cannot escape the future, cannot escape destiny. Okay? You can only suffering by prolonging it. Okay? All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming in and click the like, the shares, the subscribes, and come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love to you guys. Good luck. I know it's not in the good things, but guess what? It's a good things. It's gonna happen of the bad times. All right, guys. Much love. See you tomorrow.